Hello, wild, beautiful humans. Welcome back. We are working on our theme this month with chatting with the healers. And today we're speaking with Eileen. Thank you, beauty Eileen. Thank you for being here. And the theme is quickening. And so, Eileen, why don't you talk about, what you want to talk about and how where you came from on this?
Sounds good. Yeah, thank you. I was just telling Nadine before we got on that I was thinking about this term quickening. I used to be a midwife. I still am in some ways. I think I'll carry that title with me forever. But I was thinking about how it's the feeling of baby's movement inside. That's what we often refer to as quickening in the womb. Back before ultrasounds, that was how we knew that labor or pregnancy was progressing well. But in my time as a midwife, one of the things we talk about to expectant mothers or expectant women is paying attention to baby's movements and to kind of keep track of what their normal is. And when people are worried about whether their babies are moving or not, we always tell them you need to make sure that you're hydrated and nourished because your baby's not going to move if you're starving and dehydrated. And you need to lay down with your hands on your belly and focus inwards and count. And so when I started thinking about what I wanted to talk about, I mean, a big part of my message and what I talk about is rest and empowering women to find the courage to rest. And so this felt like a really perfect marrying of the two worlds. That whole idea that you can't feel those subtle signs, those little flutters of life that are happening, or those little like distress signals as well in your body if you're starving, dehydrated, exhausted, and you're not resting. So I think that's that's my message around quickening. A really good reminder.
Isn't it funny because, for so many women, we spend when we get pregnant and you having those first months of pregnancy and you're looking for every single signal that you can, okay, how do my boobs feel? Oh yeah, I'm tired. Do I still feel pukey? You're constantly evaluating and you're critiquing your body. And then you cross a threshold where your baby is starting to have some more regular movements. But a lot of times we miss it, don't we? Because
Yeah,
we just aren't paying attention.
exactly. Yeah. And that's the same thing in our bodies when we're not pregnant for anybody, whether or not you've ever carried a child. We often are too busy, too stressed out, too dehydrated, all of those same things to actually notice the little signs. And sometimes they're great signs. Sometimes there's your body saying like, yeah, more of that, please, but you can't hear it. And often they're the kind of more warning signs, the early signs of like, we might need to slow down. We might need to take better care of ourselves so that we don't have the full out kind of breakdown signs where it's like screaming. So it kind of ties into the listening of the theme of last month as well. Listen to the whispers before their screams.
Wouldn't that be great? I was talking to Michael last night and I was saying, like, one of my things I've been trying to work on for probably the last 2 years, really consciously, is to know when I'm over the line. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Like, I really don't know. It's something that, and maybe that was part of my midwifery training. Like, I was over the line 90% of the time and I was like tired and I needed to pee and I didn't have enough food and I didn't have enough sleep. But when you're at a birth, you just have to put that aside. And so was a superpower in a lot of ways. And then I recognized all the ways that it became a really big weakness in my life. And I think you're right. When we can start to listen, like you say, sleep, nourishment, water. Yeah. And then also too, I was thinking as you were speaking, I was thinking, the other thing that gives us a chance when we move into that space of rest, what you're talking about is that's where we can hear our intuition.
Yes.
We can listen to our thoughts or those little niggles in the back of our heads that we're like, oh, no, 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 no. But really, it's like, yeah, 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 yeah. So
Exactly.
brilliant.
And that creativity has a chance to come through as well.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing. Final
Hmm.
words? Anything else you want to say about that? That was brilliant.
No, thank you. No, that feels like it was like a very neat package with a bow.
I like
Here you
I
go.
like packages with that's a little gift to the world. Well, thank you so much, Eileen. Love chatting with you and we'll chat soon.